Hello everybody, welcome on in. Today we are checking out the iDsonix D7450, which is a Gen 4 NVMe SSD that promises speeds of up to 7450 megabytes per second. This is part of our Amazon Find series where we test products out firsthand to see if they're actually worth it or not. In this video, we're going to be unboxing it, showing the installation process, running benchmarks, transferring files, and see how it performs. As always, let us run through the packaging to see what's included. Inside we have the SSD itself with some tools and accessories to get you started. Let us learn more about this SSD, who they are, and what they do. The brand iDsonix is a sub-brand of Oracle, which is known for their reliable storage and connectivity solutions. What I have here is their D7450 model, which is a PCIe Gen 4 NVMe SSD. This one has a storage capacity of 1 TB, which is designed for high-speed data access, faster boot times, stable performance across gaming, editing, and everyday productivity. It features 3D NAND flash, which is known for better endurance and stability. When combined with its heatsink and graphene thermal pad, this ensures that it's not only fast, but built to remain cool and reliable under intense workloads. They're listing advertised speeds of up to 7450 megabytes per second for read and 5000 megabytes per second for write. This is pushing near the top end of SSD performance in its category. What I want to do is check it out for myself, so in order to do that, we'll need to install it into a compatible device. Here I am using my M.2 Neo, which is a mini PC that I've featured many times on this channel. It's an incredibly compact powerhouse that rivals most full-size desktops, so of course we're going to give it some more love. This unit supports up to 2 M.2 drives, so let's go ahead and walk through the installation process and get this SSD mounted and ready to test. Now that we got the SSD installed, it won't show up into our systems just yet. What we need to do first is initialize it and create a new volume. To do that, just head over to the disk management on Windows. You can do this by quickly right-clicking on the start menu and selecting disk management. You'll see the new SSD listed as unallocated. Next, right-click on the unallocated space and select new volume. Proceed through the setup wizard, which will prompt you to assign the drive a letter, and you can even give it a name if you'd like. I'm choosing NTFS as the file system, which is standard for Windows. Those that are going to be using this as a portable drive to transfer files between, let's say, Windows and macOS, then consider choosing exFAT instead. In my case, using it as internal storage, especially for gaming and editing, NTFS is the way to go. And just like that, the drive is fully recognized and is ready to use within our system. Now let's move on over to the benchmark. We'll boot up CrystalDiskMark and see what speeds we're getting on the SSD. The results are seriously impressive here, especially for a Gen 4 drive. It's nearly maxing out the advertised speed of 7400 megabytes per second for read and over 5000 megabytes per second for write speeds. This ensures that whether you're gaming, editing, or multitasking, the performance will be exceptionally good. Let us continue and put in some real-world tests. First up, we got a lot of files to transfer over, both my Steam library and game folders. My Steam library has 120 gigabytes of games installed that will transfer over to the new drive using Steam's built-in library mover. The entire process took just over 70 seconds. Next up, we're moving the Epic Games folder, including Fortnite, which alone is over 100 gigabytes now and still growing. Eventually, we're gonna need an SSD dedicated just for this game with how large the file size is. The length for this transfer finished around 1 minute flat. Okay, we can finally get into some actual game performance. Let's boot up Dead by Daylight, which we just transferred over to the SSD. This process took about 20 seconds to load into the game intro. Didn't run into any issues or stutters. I was able to boot into the lobby and queue up immediately for a game. Games do take quite a bit to find, so while we're queuing up, let us do a quick typing test. 132 for 30-second test. Yeah, I got it like that. Now, there are a lot of factors that go into play when it comes to game performance, from your CPU and GPU to how much RAM you have, but don't underestimate the role of your SSD. While the processor and graphic card handles the rendering and performance, the SSD is responsible for how fast your game loads, how quickly asset streams in, and whether or not you experience stutters or delays caused by slow data access. With high speeds like this SSD, you're going to be getting blazing fast read and write speeds, which means quicker boot times, smoother texture loading, and fewer hitches in open world games or large multiplayer titles. So while the SSD isn't handling the graphics directly, it absolutely plays a key role in how responsive and fluid your overall experience feels. I'm running to walls. Okay, I don't know where he went. Still on me? Yep, coming. I see you. Come. Yep, go. Now that we covered the general basis of everything, let us get into the pros and cons, and I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like. Starting with the pros. With the fast speeds for read and write, the SSD absolutely shines in performance, which cuts down on game load times, file transfers, and boot sequences. It uses 3D NAND flash, which is a solid balance between performance, durability, and cost. This is perfect for gamers and power users. With integrated thermal management, the included graphene pad and aluminum heatsink helps dissipate heat, keeping the temperatures low during heavy workloads or long gaming sessions. It's compatible with a wide range of devices like PCs, laptops, and consoles, making it versatile as a storage system. It's backed by a 5-year service and 600 TBW lifespan, which gives you peace of mind for long-term use. Most of all, it's an incredibly affordable option for Gen 4 SSDs that competes with big-name SSDs but at a more budget-friendly price point. As for the cons, I usually have a segment for this, but there really isn't anything bad to say. In the case that your motherboard doesn't support a PCIe Gen 4, the worst case scenario is that you won't get the full advertised speeds of the SSD, but even then it's still fast at Gen 3. This would at least make it future-proof in the case that you do upgrade to a better system down the line. At the time of recording, the SSD is listed for $90 USD. For how well it performs, I'm quite impressed to see that the price is marked as an affordable option for most consumers. It's available to be purchased on Amazon, and if you want to support the channel while saving some money, you can use our link in the video's description and make sure to use a $9 off coupon before checkout. It's part of our Amazon Find series, so we'll always try to highlight great deals when available. So overall, is the iDsonix D7450 worth it? For me, absolutely. Those that are gamers or creators who need a fast, reliable, and affordable Gen 4 SSD definitely need to check this out. It's easy to install, performs as advertised, and comes with thoughtful extras like the integrated heatsink and reliable 5-year service warranty. It's not a big name brand, but that's exactly why it delivers so much value, since you're not paying extra for the label. If you are looking to upgrade your storage setup, especially for gaming or media projects, definitely consider this SSD as an option. With that being said, that will conclude my review of the iDsonix D7450 SSD. Let me know what you guys think about this SSD, if you consider getting one, or if you can recommend other solutions. If you enjoyed this review, please help support us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more videos like this. That's it for now, and until next time, take care.